Hi, this is Marc, developer at RME, and we're standing here at the RME booth at NAMM Show 2020 in Anaheim. Let me introduce you to the newly announced M1610 Pro. If you followed RME on the AVB product lines, then you may be aware that in 2018 released the M32 Pro Series, which we see down here. It's 32 channels of analog inputs or 32 channels of analog outputs to MADI or to AVB. Each channel is switchable between plus 13, plus 19 and plus 24 dBu, making it a perfect fit for vintage gear in analog setups and with with larger analog consoles. We got a lot of requests there that people wanted to have a smaller unit, maybe one height unit with in and outputs, and also a more affordable price point. We listened, and the result of it is the new M1610 Pro. It has 16 inputs, 8 outputs on the back, and 2 additional channels for phones output. The circuitry is exactly the same as the M32, and it is also switchable in 3 reference level steps. So if you have a small vintage studio setup, then this may be for you. The M1610 features 3 DSAP connectors on the back to break out the 16 analog input channels and 8 output channels. Additionally, there's a couple of TRS connectors for easy access of 2 line outs and 6 line ins. We have word clock I/O for easy integration and 4 ADAT I/Os, so you can break out all 16 inputs to ADAT. Next to it, there are the 2 AVB or network connectors for redundant AVB and also for remote control via layer 3, which means you can also connect it to a Wi-Fi router and access the web interface via Wi-Fi. And there's the coax MADI I/O. Underneath there's the SFP port. As we already have seen with the 12 mic, you can plug in an SFP module, single mode or multi-mode, to adapt to optical MADI. The USB port is for remote control and firmware updates. In the M1610 there are 2 PSUs built in, so you have redundant power supplies. All devices are remote controllable. You have 3 options there. One is the AVB Standard Control Protocol, a VDAC. Then you have a JSON API, which also makes it possible to integrate these in, for example, industrial settings. And last but not least, there's a web UI. Here, for example, you see the web UI for the AVB tool. All inputs are listed in the top row. All outputs are listed in the bottom row. To route between top and bottom row, you just select a channel or multiple channels, drag it down, release it, and now it's routed. To delete it, just select it again, press D, now it's deleted. By the way, in all 3 devices there's a routing matrix built in, so you can route between all inputs and all outputs in single channels. Together with the ADAT outputs on the M1610 Pro and the 12 mic, as well as the MADI in and outputs on all 3 devices, we think they're quite future-proof, usable now in existing Fireface setups, existing MADI setups, or newly built AVB setups. Find out more at synthax.co.uk. Thanks for watching.